everyone! Welcome to the show. Welcome to your Tuesday. We're getting the week going right. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Let's get you up to speed with some news that's the news right now.
Hello there, beautiful people. I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. We are here to bring you good vibes, unstoppable energy, and the best company. And happy Tuesday. I'm Monique Tuzon. Anytime's a good time because it's always more fun with us. Join us for the next hour and a half for stories and conversations that matter. Paolo, somebody calling you?
Yeah, no,
you're so in demand this morning.
So busy.
Like starting the show and people are calling
I
you.
know.
Wow.
Wow.
Intro.
Exactly. It's
I was
so
like,
interesting.
my God, how road.
It's so interesting. No, but then can I just say, may special meaning yung ringtone na yan para sa akin.
Oh, yeah?
What's your special
No,
ringtone?
because this used to be the ringtone of my lolo who passed away.
Aww.
And then the nice thing is that dati, he would not answer the phone kasi sumasayaw lang siya sa ringtone. Ito,
that's so
yan no?
cute.
Sakto nga eh. Actually, sinilent ko na to. Hindi ko alam kung bakit nag-ano eh. But, you know what? It's great kasi just to throw it back a bit kasi I'm testing yung skills ko sa pagka-segue kasi ang hirap. Speaking of classics, and for me it's a classic ringtone. We have some classic arts happening because we have ballet. Ballet
Good
Philippines.
job with the segue.
I know,
Hirap
right?
nun.
Good
Oo.
job.
But yeah, it is amazing because later on we'll be talking to Ballet Philippines, Repertory Philippines,
Yes.
because
And the
they
Philippine
are
Orchestra, the
Yes.
Manila Symphony.
Yes.
MSO. So it's like 3 productions or 3 different things put together.
All at once,
And
yeah.
all at once in one amazing place. We'll talk about that later on.
Then we also have the RP Blu Girls coming over because they have other tournaments coming up overseas. Of course, yung softball team natin. And for me, it's a great thing that we're talking about that sport in particular because we actually have a very strong culture when it comes to baseball and softball.
Yeah, I
teams
had
in the
no
Pilipinas.
idea that's a big thing here
Especially
in the Philippines.
Muntinlupa. I mean, like, it's really surprising that apparently we actually have one of the factories that produce some of the best gloves in the world.
Ooh,
and some of the
really?
best balls. Yeah,
Okay.
and it's based in Muntinlupa. So, I mean, there is a big culture when it comes to
So
softball
they get
and
from the
baseball.
Philippines?
Well, yung tayong gumagawa ng equipment, pero yung mga players, di ba,
yeah,
nasa
that's
Japan
Oh,
and
yeah,
the US.
yeah, but the equipment though.
Yeah,
the gear.
And our teams are doing well, to
I
be
can't
honest.
wait. I
Yeah,
actually
they're
need
doing
to see them. But they looked so cool when
Oh,
they were
yeah.
on the makeup
And they
room. I
look
was
so
like,
young.
They're so cute.
They look so young.
Do they look young or do we...
Or I'm just kidding. Not we. Don't bring me into this.
They
I
do
look like
young.
them.
I mean, I
Young
was
din
looking
ako.
at them. They were having their makeup done and they're in their uniform, right? And I'm like, wow, these ladies are so young.
I'll join their
Yeah.
uniform, and you guys will think I'm one of them.
You know
The young
what?
softball
Speaking
players.
of, we have. Speaking of one of them, alam mo, she's not one of us anymore. Eh.
I know.
Why?
Why? Kasi, Anne, can you explain?
Because she's
naman
already
kayo.
part of the agenda family. Congratulations, by the way.
Congratulations.
So
Yeah.
much. It is the honor of my life to be speaking Taglish next to Karina and Pinky and Willard. So no pressure.
No, but it's insane kasi syempre, you know, we all know that you're learning
Tagalog.
Filipino,
Yeah.
you're learning Tagalog, and the courage that you must force yourself to have, I'm
Okay,
sure is the
dami
next
kong courage,
level.
no, to be on agenda. It's fun though. I really enjoyed it.
And you'll be there.
Every Monday through Friday. So watch. I mean, even si Pinky said, my Tagalog will just get better. So gradually, from like Taglish to maybe straight Tagalog. So we'll see.
And of course, mamaya we also have Love Hacks.
Yeah, I'm so sad because I
Yay!
missed Love Hacks last week. So I can't wait to hear her pearl string theory? Pearl earring. I have no idea what that
Earring
is.
theory. Like the girl
I am
with the pearl
so
earring?
No, yun nga,
interested.
that's the thing. I'm not so sure what that is.
Ooh.
Kaya, you know, because I
Pearl
don't like
earring
spoiling
theory.
myself.
Sana nag-pearl
Same.
earrings tayo today. No,
Baka
just
it's
to match
bad.
with... We don't know yet. But wala lang. Or
No, but
maybe
alam
you
mo,
should have worn your...
Sa guys, uso ngayon yung pearl necklace, ha?
Really?
Really?
Yeah, the Gen Z.
I have
the Gen
not
Z.
seen anyone.
You should wear one then.
Because my brother and his friends,
Oh.
they and Harry Styles, they all wear pearl
Harry
earrings.
Styles
Pearl ears,
has
sorry,
that.
pearl
Well, I feel like
necklaces.
Harry Styles wears
wear-
anything.
yeah, he wears anything.
Yeah, okay, I know.
But I didn't know it was an in thing now to wear pearl
It
necklaces.
really is.
I haven't seen anybody wear
Among
pearl
the
necklaces among
boys?
the guys.
No, like, look, I cover enough young athletes, yung mga, you know, for UAP.
So nagba-basketball sila or volleyball tapos naka-pearl
They,
necklace?
syempre, Only when they're not playing volleyball or basketball. Pero when they're
Sa after
in street
party.
clothes.
Sa after,
When
nila,
they're in their
party.
street
Yes,
clothes,
yes.
naka-pearl necklace sila.
Oh my God, Paolo,
Guys,
you should
sila.
try it.
No,
Tomorrow.
Sige, I will
Hindi,
bring you one. I have an extra one.
No, yung generation natin, puka shells. The puka...
From Boracay.
From
diba?
Boracay.
That's what we used to have.
Okay, puka
Nag-level up na
shells.
sila. Alright, but you know what?
From puka
Let's
to
move
pearls.
on. From puka to
Yes.
pearls to EDSA.
I know.
No transition there.
Let's go check the situation in major roads at this hour. Here is what's happening along EDSA Quezon Avenue flyover. On the left side are vehicles going to Quiapo. We're seeing light to moderate traffic already building up on that lane. Opposite side, right side, are vehicles going to the Quezon Memorial Circle. Light traffic there as well. Now, this time we are taking a look at EDSA White Plains. Left side of your screens are vehicles going to Shaw Boulevard. Moderate traffic on that stretch. Opposite lane, right side, are for vehicles going to Cubao. No problem yet as of this hour. Now, heads up to motorists. The expanded vehicle number coding scheme is in full swing. It's Tuesday, so vehicles with license plates ending in 3 and 4 should be off the road right about now until 10 a.m. and again later from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Now let's find out if today's going to be a good day to wear your pearl necklace. Paolo has today's forecast from Weather HQ. Take it away, Pao.
It's always a good day to wear your pearl necklace, Mo. Well, let's take a look first at the southwest monsoon, which continues to influence the weather across various parts of the country. Now, over in Luzon in particular, as we go there first, the southwest monsoon will bring mostly cloudy skies with scattered rain showers and thunderstorms to Batanes, the Babuyan Islands, the Ilocos region, the Cordillera Administrative Region, Central Luzon, Calabarzon, Metro Manila, Occidental Mindoro, and even Palawan. So all of these areas here being affected by the southwest monsoon, as well as up there in Batanes. Now, moving down south to the Visayas, cloudy skies and occasional rain showers and thunderstorms are also expected in the provinces of Antique and Aklan due to the continued effects of the southwest monsoon. Meanwhile, over in Mindanao, areas including the Zamboanga Peninsula, Barm, and Sultan Kudarat will experience rainfall and thunderstorm activity also caused by the southwest monsoon. So all of these areas over here, and I'll move on over to the side, including that. Now, elsewhere in the country, generally partly cloudy to cloudy skies will prevail with possible isolated rain showers or thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon or in the evening. Now, speaking of our latest conditions, let's take a look at our coastal waters. Currently, no gale warning has been issued by Pag-asa. However, moderate to rough sea conditions and wave heights of up to 3.1 meters are possible in the extreme northern Luzon. Now, moderate to rough sea conditions with wave heights of up to 2.8 meters are expected in the western portions of central Luzon and the rest of northern Luzon. Now, for the rest of the country, light to moderate winds are expected, which may generate waves between 1.5 to 2.1 meters. Fisherfolk in those areas and those traveling by sea are advised to take extra precaution as the southwest monsoon may continue to bring moderate to rough seas. But that is it for Weather HQ at the moment. And back to you.
Thank you so much, Pao, for that weather update. Now on to our top stories this morning. The National Bureau of Investigation gets dragged into the case of missing sabongeros. That's after witness alias Totoy said PNP carried out the crimes on NBI's marching orders. NBI Director Jaime Santiago says it's not fair that the whole agency is getting implicated in the issue. But Santiago declares they are ready to cooperate with the investigation and lend their forensic expertise.
Diyos ko, panangalanan niya kung sino dito sa NBI. Kung hindi niya sasabihin kung sino, hindi maiimbestigahan yun, abay lahat kami dito yung suspect. Kasuhan, yung dapat kasuhan. Ayun nga, pati yung kung sino man yung involved na NBI, kasuhan namin. Kaya, para malutas itong problema na ito.
Whistleblower Julie Dondon Patidongan alias Totoy is now in PNP's protective custody. PNP Chief Nicolas Torres said the agency has taken him in custody while he's still applying for DOJ's Witness Protection Program. 15 cops tagged in the cases are also in PNP's restrictive custody, including one police lieutenant colonel.
Okay. Pero ito, hindi natin tinatapos sa 15 ito ha. Baka sabihin nyo, 15 lang. Hindi to. Pag lumawak na lumawak ang investigasyon, baka mas marami pa. At yun nga sinasabi namin, wala kaming sasantuhin dito, we will leave no stones unturned. Kahit na dumami ang pinaka-importante rito is, mabigyan ng hustisya ang mga biktima at pangalawa, ma-cleanse na rin ang organization, ang PNP, sa mga ganong klaseng mga personnel.
The PNP is still identifying other areas where the Sabongeros were possibly buried aside from the Taal Lake. Torres said the investigation on the case started back when he was still the director of CIDG, where alias Totoy himself approached him with information.
Former Duterte spokesperson Harry Roque says he will only return to the Philippines once the term of President Marcos ends. And he hopes we make them pay for their offenses. Roque adds he can never forgive the current administration for separating him from his family. Harry Roque is currently in the Netherlands seeking political asylum. He is wanted for qualified human trafficking in relation to the operation of the Lucky South 99 Pogo in Porac, Pampanga.
Former Senate President Mig Zubiri called the impeachment move against Vice President Sara Duterte a, quote, witch hunt. But he is against outright dismissing the complaint, saying it's important to hear all the evidence first. The comment comes days after a heated exchange on the Senate floor between Senators Robin Padilla and Joel Villanueva, sparked by a motion from Senator Bato de la Rosa to dismiss the impeachment articles against VP Sara. Zubiri explains he is pushing for a full hearing of both sides before making a decision.
Of course, I have some biases. I think that it is a witch hunt because they want to remove her from public service para yung iba makaupo at yung iba ay mawawalan ng kandidato na kalaban pagdating sa halalan ng 2028. But I will set that aside. I'll set my bias aside because we have to follow the process. Yan ang proseso ng konstitusyon. It cannot be changed. It's not about my personal anymore. It's not about my personal opinion or my personal vote on the matter or my personal feeling. No, if she's guilty or not. It is the procedure that must be followed. There is precedence. We've had in this Constitution, wala naman nakalagay sa Constitution, nakalagay doon forthwith, di ba? Hindi naman nakalagay doon forthwith unless dismissed by the Senate before actual trial.
The Philippines currently leads Asia in gambling revenue, with licensed casinos earning 49 billion pesos in just the first quarter of 2025. On that note, Senator Mig Zubiri is pushing for a total ban on online gambling in the country, calling it more damaging than pogos due to the negative impact on Filipino lives. He said there are over 5 million Filipinos involved in online gambling, which has led to suicides, debt, and loss of remittances.
It's not enough to do regulation kasi nakita mo naman na yun eh. It is so easy to enter the online gaming sites. The taxes earned are not worth the social cost. Nasisira na po ang buhay ng ating mga kababayan.
While Zubiri calls for a total ban, other lawmakers like Senator Win Gatchalian argue for stricter regulation instead, fearing a shift to underground gambling.
Credit card debt in the Philippines has reached critical risk levels. This according to Roshi PTE Limited, a fintech firm in Singapore. The firm says the average Filipino has credit card debt equivalent to 4 times their monthly salary, and banks supporting almost 4% non-performing loans. However, the chief economist of Credit Rating and Investor Services Philippines says this is not cause for alarm yet, as Roshi's findings do not take into account OFW remittances.
Credit card receivables, I will be concerned if the non-performing levels or the credit card defaults would really be significant. Right now, they're just saying at about 4%, based on the Credit Card Association of the Philippines. So they're not really raising red flags yet. No, in fact, they're saying that they are even less than 4%. But when they exceed 4%, that is something that would start them moving also or taking action that they have already in their portfolio.
Leco adds that while sounding an alarm isn't timely, it can be a good basis to educate Filipinos not to exceed their borrowing capacity on a monthly basis.
PhilHealth is implementing a nationwide reorganization to improve the speed and efficiency of claims processing, which could help lower hospital fees charged to patients. The move will add more staff dedicated to handling benefit claims, allowing faster reimbursements. This is then expected to boost hospital confidence in PhilHealth payments, making it less likely that hospitals will raise fees due to payment delays.
Ang isang dahilan na nakikita namin kung bakit maaaring mataas maningil yung ospital kasi hindi sila sigurado kung kailan sila mababayaran or kung sigurado sila mababayaran sila ng PhilHealth, medyo may panahon, dati mga buwan. At pag mabagal yung pagbayad, ang nangyayari yung ospital nag-aalangan. Ang gagawin niya, kasi kahit pa paano magbabayad niya ng kuryente, magbabayad ng tubig, pasweldo ng doktor at nurse, kailangan niya ng pera. So ang ginagawa niya, naniningil siya sa atin, sa ating mga mamamayan.
The reorganization is expected to take a year to be fully implemented, as about 7,000 job vacancies would need to be filled.
In world news, the White House announced the U.S. will impose 25% tariffs on all imports from Japan and South Korea starting August 1. President Donald Trump revealed this move in letters addressed to both leaders, where he warned additional surcharge on top of the 25% if they retaliated. The White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said 12 more countries will receive similar letters in the coming days. The previous July 9 deadline to reach tariff deals is also extended to August 1. Russia's sacked transport minister has been found dead in his car outside Moscow with a gunshot wound. The authorities' principal hypothesis is that he took his own life. This comes hours after President Vladimir Putin fired him. A presidential decree on Monday gave no reason for the dismissal of Roman Starovot barely a year into his post. Analysts suggest the possibility that he may have been dismissed in connection with an investigation into corruption in the region he once ran. Investigation is still ongoing.
Moving on to sports, Asia's best pole vaulter EJ Obiena is bringing the world's elite to the Philippines for a high-profile meet this September. The men's pole vault in the world number 4 is hosting a premier event in Makati. Happening from September 21st to the 22nd, Obiena says it will be a World Athletics sanctioned competition, allowing athletes to earn ranking points. More details about the meet will be revealed in the coming days. The event was originally set for last September, but was postponed after Obiena suffered a spine injury, forcing him to end his 2024 season.
Such a level of an event to our country. After many months and even years of preparation, we are officially bringing a sanctioned World Pole Vault event in Makati, Philippines.
Obiena is set to compete in a Diamond League event in Monaco later this week. Now, over on to the United States. Meanwhile, there is a hot sports take straight from U.S. President Donald Trump. Trump says the NFL's Washington Commanders should have kept its original Redskins moniker, saying the new nickname just doesn't have the same impact. The Washington, D.C.-based team dropped the Redskins moniker in 2020 during a period of racial tensions in the U.S. and officially rebranded as Commanders back in 2022. But in April, the team's owner said there are no plans to revert to its old name.
Well, you want me to make a controversial statement? I would. I wouldn't have changed the name, but that's there. It just doesn't have the same. It doesn't have the same ring to me. But you know, winning can make everything sound good. So if they win, all of a sudden the Commander sounds good. But I wouldn't have changed the name.
Over in tennis, Novak Djokovic remains on track in his goal of extending his Grand Slam record. The men's world number 6 took down Australia's Alex de Minaur in 4 sets to reach the quarterfinals. Joker is aiming to win a record-extending 25th Grand Slam title at the English Grass Court Classic. He is also seeking to tie Roger Federer's Wimbledon record by winning a potential eighth title at center court. In the NBA, it's official. It's goodbye Salt Lake City and hello to the Big Apple for Jordan Clarkson. The former NBA Sixth Man of the Year has signed with the New York Knicks on a Monday. It's reportedly a one-year deal worth $3.6 million. This will be the Filipino-American's fourth stop in the league after stints with the Utah Jazz, the Los Angeles Lakers, and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Last season with the Jazz, Clarkson averaged 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. Now he's expected to bring another scoring option to a Knicks team that just made its first Eastern Conference Finals appearance in over 2 decades.
Now in entertainment, I hope you guys are okay, especially to my millennials out there, because the Black Parade is coming to the Philippines. Alternative rock band My Chemical Romance has announced that they're coming to the Philippines for their Southeast Asia tour next year. They'll be performing at the Philippine Arena in Bulacan on April 25, with ticket pricing yet to be announced. This marks the iconic band's return to Asia in over a decade and comes after the reunion in 2019. My Chemical Romance is known for numerous hit songs, including Welcome to the Black Parade, Teenagers, and Helena. My emo heart! I'm ready!
Oh my goodness. So yesterday these two were singing in the makeup room and I was like, okay.
You know them?
No, I don't know them. But my daughter.
We have to do our.
But my daughter actually listens to My Chemical Romance. She was like, Mommy, you don't know My Chemical Romance. And no, there.
Don't
But
worry.
I do know that it has been 17 years since they last visited Manila. So I bet the fans are super excited. 2008.
You should have went to watch them. They were.
It's not my genre.
What's your genre?
I'm more R&B. I'm sorry. I
have
came
to
from
have
an
a
R&B radio
variety.
station.
Girl, you need to have a variety. What do you mean you don't know My Chemical Romance?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know their songs. I
emo
am familiar with the
heart
band, but
I'm so sad for you, Anne. You're missing out on real talent right there.
well, we have our own genre. I mean, I know OPM, a lot of OPM songs.
Check on Paolo.
So-
Paolo, are you okay?
Buti na lang. Your
Buti
daughter
na lang
knows
what?
of them.
Yeah, my daughter listens to My Chemical
Because we
Romance.
don't know you anymore.
Kaya nga. Oh my
Grabe
God.
ka, I never say that to you when you don't know the OPM artists that we talk
No,
about.
iba yan. Iba yan. We understand
That's
why.
I didn't grow up here, but My Chemical Romance, they're globally known, so you should know them.
ito yung
It's not my
nakakainis.
genre.
Ito yung nakakainis. She's a DJ.
Yeah,
She's
I
a
know,
radio
you should
DJ.
know all the genres.
I just said it. I came from an R&B station.
But still.
That was my background. So
I grew up in the U.S. I know some OPMs.
I know
Just a little bit, not
R&B
all of it.
artists. But anyway,
Wow, I'm shooketh.
okay, so we're
I'm
spending
so
all this
shooketh.
time
Yeah.
just doing this.
Yes.
Because I'm
Yes,
literally
we
going
are.
emo because Anne doesn't know about, we have to go bring her. Baka ma-shock siya with like how they sing.
Yeah, because it's not my genre.
Okay,
It
while
isn't.
Paolo's in shock and just hang out there, learn about My Chemical Romance. Let's talk about more entertainment. Get ready for more thrills as hit Japanese series Alice in Borderland Season 3 drops this September. Netflix has unveiled the first teaser for their new installment, taking fans deeper into the Borderland, a dangerous world between life and death. Season 3 finds series leads Arisu and Usagi now married and living peacefully but haunted by the Borderland. When Usagi goes missing, Arisu must once again dive into the mysterious realm to find her. Season 3 premieres exclusively on Netflix on September 25. The collab of the year from 3 biggest groups in music, dance, and drama. Repertory Philippines, Ballet Philippines, and Manila Symphony Orchestra are bringing together a double bill play. Peter and the Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. They will join us live after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. hello. Welcome back. You're still watching. It's a beautiful day. For the first time in Philippine performing arts history, the country's best classical dance company, theater company, and orchestra are teaming up together. This year, they bring to life a magical twin bill, Peter and the Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. We're joined this morning by Repertory Philippines Artistic Director Jeremy Domingo and Ballet Philippines President Kathleen Lichtenstein. It's a beautiful day, guys. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Monique. And Paolo.
It's so great having
see you
y'all.
all again.
Great
So
seeing
this
you
is-
guys again.
Yeah, this is such a big collab. 3 major ballet, symphony, and repertory,
yeah.
major performing arts in one. How did this collab come about?
Oh, Miss Mai Mai, I think you can recap the history for
It's
that.
actually not as easy as it sounds. And well, Mindy and I have been talking about collaborating mainly for a very beautiful piece of art. But it's too much, so we thought, okay, let's do it little by little. And then COVID happened, and this was the result of that collaboration. It was basically to put together our expertise of 213 years.
Yeah.
Together, we're all 200 years old. And so we thought, let's give it to the audience to be different this time. We'll put drama, ballet, and live music together on stage. And for the same amount of money of the ticket.
Yeah.
price.
Okay.
Parang
Yeah,
3 in
yeah.
1 siya.
3 in
There you go.
1 and more, Paolo.
okay.
And more. You'll come
Right.
out singing, dancing, at the same time
Right.
wanting to come back again.
Right,
I really believe you'd love it.
You know, first of all, when you mentioned that it's not as easy as it sounds, don't worry, it sounds very difficult. But Jeremy, I want to go to you because, syempre, when we talk about stage plays in particular, normally there already is a function of, normally you have a choreographer, you have a live band,
Yes,
you
yes.
always work with that type of groups. Pero the scale of this feels completely different. Can you tell us a bit about bringing such huge productions together
Yeah.
in a twin bill? And a twin bill means you're running 2 things
Two
on the
shows,
same
yeah.
night.
Yeah.
2 shows on the same ticket. Like Miss Mai Mai said, this is a culmination of 213 years
Yeah.
of performing arts history. That, just to clarify that, that's 56 years of Ballet Philippines, 58 years of Repertory Philippines, and 99 years of Manila Symphony Orchestra coming together for all 213 years of history. And this is really just, I like to think of it as elevated storytelling.
Yeah.
In previous shows like our children's theater, for our theater for young audiences, there's always been a ballet or a symphonic component. For those who remember our big musicals at Meralco Theater and Rizal Theater, we would have 60-piece orchestras. And there was always a symphonic element. Our children's theater, which we have annually, usually has 1 or 2 featured ballet dancers. But this is the first time we're really engaging in a full-on production. That this is, as a matter of fact, it's actually divided into 2. The first part is Peter and the Wolf, which I'll be directing, and that's Repertory's production, where it's narration to the original symphony orchestra by Prokofiev. It's a 20 to 30-minute piece which introduces children to classical music. And then we turn it over to Ballet Philippines. Part 2 will be Little Red Riding Hood, and their esteemed choreographer, Mikhail Martinyuk from Russia, is doing an original ballet set to Little Red Riding Hood. So it's a twin bill. It's the best of all 3 worlds in one ticket.
Yeah,
So
I'm
it's
so
really
excited to see how this is going to all play out together. Because, like you said, 3
Yes.
orchestra, theater, and dance. So, how did each of those performing arts genres bring their own unique strengths to your guys' twin bill?
So Ballet Philippines, it's a full-length ballet, for instance. We not only complemented the Peter and the Wolf story with its narration. It's a live narration on stage. We've also provided them the ballerinas for their nymphs, for their wood scenes. So it's entirely ballet on that aspect. And you will see how the instruments are being used for to represent the animals, for instance. The birds will be the flute, the cats will be clarinet, and Peter, the strings, and the grandfather, bassoon. So all this will be narrated, and the children will be transported to a world that not only will entertain them, but educate them that very moment. And that's what we really aim for. So for the ballet, it's a Renault story, and it's original. The music are compositions of the masters that Misha put together. Very fascinating, and yet it brings you to what is today's life, full of drama, full of, oh my God, should I talk to that stranger? Or should I just keep quiet and just pass on into the woods? In our case now, the malls. and yes, you would love it. Please bring your children and you yourselves, your husbands, your partners.
Children of all ages.
Yes, from all ages. Yeah, exactly.
And for the MSO, we've decided let's not cut corners here, Jeremy. We thought let's have wild live music of the Manila Symphony Orchestra.
I know they will be on stage as well, right?
They're part.
So will they be part of
They're on
the
stage,
choreography?
They'll be part of the choreography.
Okay.
They'll be part of the production set.
Nice.
So imagine that. Imagine
That is amazing. Because usually the orchestra is just below, right?
Yeah.
So
They're
now
not
it's part of the
submerged this
stage.
time.
Yeah. So it's part of the whole production. That is amazing.
Yeah.
So bringing together all these three elements, you have theater, you have ballet, you have orchestra. What were the challenges that you had to face, coming up with this amazing grand production?
I think our main challenge there was to keep it subdued.
Keep everything in check. It's a matter of a lot of time management. As a matter of fact, MSO, with big shout to Jeffrey
Marlon
Salares.
Chen
I think their
also.
current conductor Marlon Chen, I believe, are going to be in Bohol for the next few days. So we're speaking on MSO on their behalf. That we've all been really busy. Repertory we just concluded a show at our Rep Eastwood Theater just last week, and we have our own production, another Rep Theater for Young Audiences production in late August. So this is it's really a matter of finding the right time to pool our resources to come together for. So it's a very very concerted effort.
Okay.
And it's a juggling act.
Yeah, I mean, before I forget, I want to shout out your throwback to Rizal Theater. Incredible theater. I'm so sorry. And when you said it, I'm like, that was a time.
Are you showing your age?
Actually, I'm not. Di ko naabutan yung Rizal Theater.
It's an urban legend.
Yeah, but anyway, it's a legend. But
Me too. I don't.
you don't know what it is.
no.
Yeah, I get you. But when we talk about the fact that, okay, so you're playing two stories here, is the wolf the same character the entire time? There's a wolf in both of them. Or is that a twist?
You'll have to wait and see.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Let's make it more entertaining.
Sige, sige.
There will be two wolves.
Okay.
One ballet dancer, and the other one wild wolf.
But let's go back. Most people know Little Red Riding Hood, right?
Yeah,
but most
exactly.
people don't know Peter and the Wolf. Can you guys give us a quick summary of what that is?
Okay, so Peter and the Wolf is it's a 20-minute orchestra by Sergei Prokofiev, a Russian composer, and it's really designed to introduce children to classical music, and it's a staple. It's like the Nutcracker. It's performed every Christmas, every year in the West, in the U.S. And if you look on YouTube, there are a lot of an actor friend told me he grew up listening to a record album of Peter and the Wolf. There are narrations by David Bowie, by Sean Connery, by Patrick Stewart, so many celebrities, even Bono of you two had a film version.
Yeah.
And it's a generational tale. It's a fable. A folk tale, and it's set to, like Miss Maymay said, every major character is represented by an instrument in the orchestra. So Peter is represented by the violin and all the strings. There's a duck represented by the oboe, the big bad wolf, the cat by the clarinet. So all these characters in a microcosm of the world and all of its dangers. Peter and the Wolf is also a very empowering story for children because our hero is a little boy who lives in the meadow with his grandfather. And not unlike a lot of our young heroes today who have so much, there's so many forces in nature to contend with. And this, it's a story that reminds us that sometimes our wit, our intelligence, and our good sense will help us through the day. And we can all be heroes just being on our best behavior. So that's I think that's what kids will take away from it. But it's almost 90 years old. It was written I believe in 1936.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So it's almost a century old.
Yeah.
But it's a contemporary classic.
No, I'm glad you guys are bringing this to the Philippines because, like you said, most
Yeah.
people they only know the Nutcracker.
That's right,
So I'm
yeah.
so glad this is coming to fruition.
We hope for this. We hope this will be an annual tradition.
Yeah.
We'll
I hope
see,
so.
For the whole family.
And the
Absolutely.
little Red
Yes.
Riding Hood actually will end up not gruesome. It's the lively one.
Oh, yeah. There are many versions of the story.
Aunt Spice is telling me, is that gonna end?
No, safe for children, safe for the whole
Yeah,
family.
yeah,
Happy.
absolutely.
Walang matatrauma after.
Wala.
Not this one.
For this production, there are seats reserved for the underserved communities.
The first
Is that
time,
correct?
the first time we met,
Okay.
we immediately made sure that we are want to think of it as an outreach program. Therefore, we will have on every shows available seats that's free for the underserved and the underprivileged children and adults as well.
How did you select this community, the barangays, to be part of this? And what do you expect? Because there will be children who will be seeing a production like this for the very first time. And what do
Actually,
you want to
yeah.
see in their faces as they watch this?
They will be very happy, of course. How we selected them, basically we got in touch with the LGUs and foundations. And in terms of Ballet Philippines, we used our outreach programs. We had the ATAS come in again. The Kalingas, we're inviting them again to come and be submerged and immersed with the theater. And the outreach programs, if we can reach out to our, the Lake Cebu people, why not? Those are our dreams. Let them come in, the Tibulis, the Maranaos, the Badyaos.
You know, we always talk about making this more accessible to everyone. And a lot of it also comes with education. Siyempre, you have to get the kids into it for the very first time. The music they mentioned a while ago is to introduce kids to classical music. But how important is it that, you know, we reach a new generation with this type of artistry? Not just with one. You have stagecraft, you have ballet, you have the musical symphony as well, symphony orchestra. How important is it to actually reach out to that generation? Yung mga Gen Z ngayon.
Z into Alpha.
Alpha
actually.
as well. I was
Z
gonna say
and
Alpha
A.
as well.
I don't know that.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to our Generation Alpha daughter who is not quite watching this because she's in school right now.
Oh,
But like all forms of entertainment, it has to evolve. It's been a theater and the arts, live entertainment is in a wonderful place right now. Because, I mean, we were deprived during the pandemic. We had 3 years of darkness, but there was still activity on Zoom. There were still meetings and plan. This was actually born pre-pandemic, but it actualized after 5 or 6 years. But if you look at the popularity of stage plays, we have plays like Hamilton to thank for this. That it brought in it ushered in a new generation, and that fuses rap with theater, the way that Jesus Christ Superstar put rock into theater.
No, but we'll not have rap
No,
in
not,
this.
not this time.
Not this
I
time,
think
not
yet.
yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
That will be another,
Right, yeah.
next year. We have that.
Different project.
Rap and
Yeah.
ballet.
We'll see how that goes.
Actually, maybe you can,
ballet.
maybe you can get punk rock also para mag-gets rin ni Anne.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Maybe,
Yes,
while My
yes.
Chemical Romance will be in town. That's what
Exactly.
happens. But I think because audiences have so much, like I call it selection paralysis.
Yeah.
We spend so much time on Netflix just choosing,
Yeah.
and by the time we select the show, that half the battle is already
True.
over because we've spent so much time selecting. Now, if we present options to children, so we fuse a little bit of ballet, a little bit of classical symphonic orchestra into the theater, then again we're adding to the choices. We're really seeing that there are so many different ways to be entertained by live theater. That it's not just something staid. It's nothing complacent. That it's something that that itself evolves. There's a little something for everyone. So we're hoping that audiences of theater and ballet will discover the classical music for the first time. That our ballet audiences will discover something new. So it's hopefully the merging of three possible audiences to form a new one.
Yeah.
So let's hope
in a
this-
short, it's really inspiring the young people to continue and come and watch the shows.
Yeah.
Not only with your Korean shows,
K-drama. Yeah.
but there are more. So
Yeah.
it's really opening their exposure to other things.
Right. It's definitely great what you're doing, and we can't wait to see it. But before we let you guys go, what's your most memorable moment combining all three powerhouses during rehearsals before you guys basically open?
Well, it's a story that is still in progress. So I mean, like I said, we are opening on August 1st. But I think it was that when we had our pictorial and we had One Wolf that brought together Little Red Riding Hood and Peter. We have many performers making their stage debuts in this. Our Peter is a 13-year-old young actor from the Philippine High School for the Arts in Mount
Makiling.
Makiling. And we will be inviting the school to be one of our beneficiaries to come and watch. But just this idea that it's just worlds merging, and just watching it now that we had One Wolf with two heroes. So just seeing how it's actually happening, it's actually taking place. It's like a multiverse.
I was going to say, it's like the Avengers coming together.
Coming together.
Justice League.
Everyone, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's so incredible.
And I can't wait to see it.
Yeah.
We'll definitely be there. We'll watch. We'll bring.
There.
And
Inside our audience.
Yeah.
So we would like to invite you all, August 1, 2, and 3. We have gala shows, matinee at 2 o'clock, and an evening show at 7 o'clock. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
And if you don't have the means to watch it, please call us. We'll make it possible for you.
Aw,
By
that's
the way,
so
outreach
sweet.
program.
Yeah.
Wow,
Well,
that's incredible.
Thank you. We definitely cannot wait. I've been saying this, but I'm super excited for this because, especially Paolo, you're such a theater person, so I know this is definitely something you're looking forward to.
Oh, definitely my wheelhouse, and I cannot wait to see it and to learn more about it, especially the collaboration. I don't think I've seen three big productions.
It's the first time
Like
it's
this is the
happening.
first time in
Together.
Philippine
Amazing.
This
performing
way.
arts history. So you guys definitely don't want to miss this. Again, thank you so much, Repertory Philippines Artistic Director Jeremy Domingo and Ballet Philippines President Kathleen Lichtenstein.
Thank you very much.
All right, now from the theater stage to the softball field, the RP Blu Girls are ready to represent the country in this year's Women's Asia Softball Cup in China this month. They'll join us live after the break. Stay tuned. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still joining us here on It's a Beautiful Day. Now, the RP Blu Girls are all set for their latest assignment in China this month, the 2025 Women's Softball Asia Cup from July 14th to the 20th. But before they go to Xi'an, we have the Blue Girls right here in the studio live. Now, joining us here are Coach Anne Antolihao, Team Captain Charlotte Sales, and Mylia Perez. It's a beautiful day, ladies. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, let's start off first with yung mga preparations po ninyo. Of course, going into this softball in the Philippines feels like it's rising, feels like it's getting better. It feels like I've covered a few of your games in the past at naging emotionally invested ako because it's always so close yet not quite there as an Asian level in particular. How are we now?
Ang preparation po na ginawa po natin this time, sir, is after po ng UAAP. So we have a training camp po na ginawa sa Korea na sinolder po lahat ng Korea, which is a good opportunity po para sa atin. And after po nun, pagbalik po ng Pilipinas, nag-start na po kami ng whole day training, and then last 2 weeks po, dumating po ang PhilHealth to join po the training.
You know, it's perfect kasi I also want to talk about yung team composition ninyo. And I'll start off with si Charlotte because Charlotte's the team captain, if I'm not mistaken, team captain, right? And she was so caring for her teammates that as soon as before she sat down, hey, my Leah only understands English, okay? So, I mean, like making sure that you're taking care of each other. But Charlotte, how do you lead this group? Because syempre, if you have a group wherein may mga local talent and then you have to mix in yung mga foreign-based talent all of a sudden, may konting language barrier, nosebleed on both sides. How do you manage?
Sa akin naman po, hindi naman na po siya ganun kahirap kasi nga before pa po, nagkakaroon na rin po kami talaga ng PhilHealth. So, yung locals po tsaka PhilHealth, talagang magkasundo rin naman po. Ayun naman po yung gusto namin sa mga PhilHealth namin ngayon kasi talagang nakikibanding po sila and sinabi po namin na parang bear with us kasi nga syempre may language barrier. Pero overall naman po, maganda naman yung pinakita ng bawat isa. Maganda rin po yung chemistry namin na nabuo po namin this 1-week training camp. Kasama po namin sila. Mas maganda naman po yung naging samahan ng team.
Yeah. And of course, Amalia, now in a language you understand.
Of course.
When we take a look at your experience here so far, and of course the choice of representing the Philippines. I mean, like I always talk to Phil-Am athletes or foreign-based Filipinos who come into the Philippines to represent the country. It means a lot to them considering how much heritage actually means to them, especially when you're based overseas. So how was that process like for you deciding to represent the Philippines?
I think it was just truly an easy decision. I think just with Filipinos in general, I mean, even when you meet a Filipino anywhere in the States, there's a sudden connection already immediately. So I think just being able to be given the opportunity to represent the Philippines, I think it was just a no-brainer to be able to come here and even reconnect with my heritage because, you know, sometimes growing up with the States, I think sometimes it's harder to connect with your heritage. And so being able to come back and connect with the locals and even be able to create that connection with them, I think is just truly a blessing.
How's the connection camp?
Connection camp? I think it's truly easy to connect with them, even with this language barrier. They're truly loving, and even with this language barrier, the world of softball and the game really connects us because I just think the team aspect just really brings us together.
Now we're showing you pictures here from the LED, and you know what? The group looks super tight. It really does. Coach, gaano ka-importante yung chemistry ng grupo? Because obviously it's so easy to just bring in the best talent together, but then it's another thing to bring in a great team into the competition. 1 week, 2 weeks is not really a very long time, pero kamusta naman yung samahan and of course playing the way that they should for this competition?
Actually naman po, sir, simula nung pagdating nila, ang gaan po agad eh. Hindi siya mahirap talaga na nagkaisa po agad sila kasi yung locals po, willing po na i-accept sila. Well, the PhilHealth in-accept din po sila na kaya ang bilis po magkaisa po nung lahat nung pagdating po nila. So, hindi mo makikita na may group, wala po. As in, makikita mo as one po talaga sila nung pagkadating po.
Charlotte, 4th place ata last time around in the same tournament. And of course, looking to improve, trying to step on that podium. When you take a look at yung progress of the team coming from that group in particular, saan tayo ngayon?
Kasi sir, masasabi ko talaga nung last na Asian Games, Chinese Taipei din po talaga kasi yung kalaban eh. And ayun po yung talagang pinaka-heartbreaking na part sa aming lahat. So, alam mo yun, nandun na po yung grit ng bawat isa, nandun na yung drive namin na manalo talaga ngayon eh. Talagang pinaghandaan po namin, sir. Starting pa lang po last month, talagang nag-whole day na kami ng training. Alam mo yun, nakita ko po yung puso ng bawat isa na, alam mo yung gustong-gusto po talaga naming manalo ngayon. Kasi talagang ayaw na namin masaktan ulit eh. So talagang pinilit namin yung mga sarili namin na ibigay talaga lahat sa preparation na to.
Asian Games in China, right?
Yes.
I was there. My heart broke with all of you. Kasi grabe yun. For those who don't remember what happened, just look back at what happened in the Asian Games because honestly, it was so close yet so far.
Yes, sir.
But when we talk about, Mylia, when you talk about the quality that you see here, a lot of people are surprised to know and find out that the Philippines actually has a surprisingly deep connection of both softball and baseball.
Of course.
When you look at that connection, when you take a look at the quality here, were you surprised with the quality that we do have here in terms of the talent and of course, the potential that we have?
Of course. I think coming here from the States, I actually was truly surprised to see the amount of talent that we had. I think all the girls are really gritty and even show skills that I am able to learn and I want to take back to the States and learn from them as well. And I think all of them just showed true heart, and I think the dedication and hard work that I see from the locals are just, it's truly impressive. And I think even being able to see the connections between the national teams of, you know, the men's softball team, the men's baseball, and then the women's baseball. I think all of us are truly intertwined, truly hoping to support one another in order for us to win and compete.
Charlotte, is there any pressure considering na, okay, we were so close last time, 4th place tayo, and you're going into the next one trying to improve, and of course, there's always changing parts sa team, sa staff, even with the reinforcements coming in. Is there any pressure in particular to reach a certain level, especially personally speaking? Kasi alam ko competitive kayong lahat.
Siyempre sir, hindi naman po talaga mawawala yung pressure. Pero this month po talagang inaral din po namin yung mga mental namin, like kung paano namin ma-handle yung pressure pagdating namin sa game. Kasi siyempre talagang alam din po namin sa sarili namin na kailangan din namin talaga mag-perform this time. Kailangan namin mag-podium finish. So talagang nandun pa rin siya, pero parang ngayon sir, alam na namin kung paano siya i-handle.
You know, Coach, she brought up a good point, the whole mental aspect. Because I've covered a lot of national teams throughout my career, and I remember noticing that softball is probably the one that really takes yung mental coaching and then yung psychological coaching extremely seriously. To the point that I remember someone came to bat and nag-meditate siya alongside one of the staff members there right before she went in. And it is a big part of yung coaching po ninyo. How has that part of the game impacted the way that softball has grown, yung national team natin?
Kasi po, actually, nandun po yung skills. Andyan na po yan. So, more on mentally po talaga pagdating na po sa field. So, ang ginagawa po ngayon namin is may psych session po sila every TTH para po ma-practice po yung mental nila kung paano po i-handle yung pressure, kung paano po yung mga quick decision po nila, kung ano po yung gagawin nila. So may ganong session po kami for them every TTH po.
Gaano ka-importante the fact that you know you can match up skill level-wise compared to the other countries. But then, kasi nakita natin minsan may konting paralysis kapag lumalaki yung mga moment.
Yes,
so,
po.
how important is it to break that down and of course, having confidence in yung mga players nyo?
Actually po, sir, wait lang.
Kaya mo yan. Oo. May konting paralysis din.
Opo. Siyempre po, sa ganun nga pong mga sitwasyon na may mga mahirap po talaga, like yung mga quick decision po talaga nila na kailangan gawin during the game po is like yun yung kailangan ma-practice nila po talaga kung paano talaga magawa yung mga quick decision during the game, like yung mga quick play, mga ganun.
Yeah. Malia, is there any culture shock for you since you came in?
Any culture shock? Honestly, I think there wasn't really a culture shock, more of like a weather shock. I think coming here from the States. I think from the first practice, the locals even noticed every minute. They're like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" I had I think 2 nosebleeds during practice. I have no idea, but I think culture shock wise, I think honestly everything you expected. I think the culture, I think, sometimes translates very easily to the States, but I think the biggest thing for the Philippines that they could talk about is probably the humidity here
Yeah.
and the heat. But as we talked about, you guys, like the mental aspect, being able to push through that, I think is what helped us train and the support of our girls as well.
Charlotte, sorry, how do you teach them to get used to yung weather natin? Parang ang hirap.
Oo nga, sir. Parang lagi na lang namin sinasabi sa kanila na minsan dun muna sila sa shade.
Oo,
Kasi
oo.
talagang sobrang init po, hindi sila sanay. Kami naman po okay na
Nakabilad
sa
kayo
amin.
dun.
Talagang inom din talaga ng madaming tubig.
Okay, so we're going into this next tournament again with high expectations. Coach, I'll start off with you. What can we expect from this group? At ano yung mga realistic target po ninyo in this particular tournament?
So, ang target po talaga this time, sir, is maka-podium finish po talaga. Kasi ang goal po this time is makalaro po kami sa World Cup. Yes po.
Okay, Charlotte, again, super disappointing last time around. Heartbreaking, heart-wrenching. Everyone was in tears, I remember, after that last game against Chinese Taipei. When we talk about redemption, gaano ka-importante yung redemption para sa inyo, knowing that you came from being so close?
Yes, sir. Talagang yung, alam mo yung gigil. Andito na talaga yung gigil namin, lalo na sa Chinese Taipei na lagi naming nakakalaban sa bronze medal game. So talagang nararamdaman ko naman yung team na talagang gustong-gusto namin makuha yun. So feeling ko naman talagang magpe-perform din kami this time kasi gusto namin, nasa puso din namin to.
And Mylia, there is always an added expectation when it comes to foreign-based reinforcements coming in, because for whatever reason, in terms of the competition that you have over there, in terms of the development that you come in to help give them a boost. So when you bring that in, knowing that expectation, and knowing that you are now fully into the culture, even with the weather and even with all of the weird stuff the team does together, I don't know what they are, just how confident are you in this group in particular?
I am super confident. I think this week and this past week has even had me grow more in confidence with each other, just being able to see how well we work as a team and how much improvement we've had from each practice. And I think what's really nice is our talents mend really well with each other. And I think one thing about this group is the versatility we have, the ability to be able to play multiple positions and be in places where we need to be at the right time. And I think this team will make the best effort in order to make the podium finish, and I think we really can this year.
All right, we're gonna wrap things up here, but before we let you all go, Charlotte, bilang captain, your message to supporters of Philippine softball, baseball, mga casual fans and hardcore ones, looking forward to what you will do in China very soon.
Yes, first of all, syempre gusto ko lang din po magpasalamat sa aming boss, Sir John. Maraming salamat po sa suporta niya since the very start. And also sa mga sumusuporta po sa aming Blue Girls, maraming salamat din po. At ipinapangako po namin sa inyo na i-uwi po namin yung medalya dito sa Pilipinas.
Ooh, I like that. You understood that, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
No. They promised to bring home the medal to the Philippines, a podium finish, and of course, hoping to make yung World Cup.
Yes po.
Absolutely. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here today. We're so excited for what you will do. The RP Blu Girls, ladies and gentlemen. We just had Coach Anne Asis-Carilo, Team Captain Charles Sales, and Mylia Perez. Thank you so much for joining us, girls.
Thank you.
All right, so we've got more stories for you after the break, plus our horoscope of the day with Master Hans Kua after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. Welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. This is Weather HQ. Let's take a look at the global weather. After dumping heavy rains in northern Philippines, Typhoon Danas struck southern Taiwan earlier Monday with winds up to 220 kilometers per hour, causing 2 deaths and injuring over 500 people. The storm made a rare landfall on the densely populated west coast, forcing school and business closures. Over 700 trees fell. Power was cut to nearly 700,000 homes and more than 300 flights were canceled. 2 fatalities included one caused by a falling tree and another due to a power outage affecting a respirator. President Lai called the storm's path rare and urged precautions. Danas has weakened, but it's forecast to hit eastern China today until Wednesday, with authorities suspending ferry services and construction projects in preparation. Over in Europe, Greece is once again battling extreme summer heat, bracing for its second major heat wave of the season. Since yesterday, temperatures have soared up to 42 degrees Celsius, that's over 107 degrees Fahrenheit, and the heat is expected to last until Wednesday. Over in Athens, tourists at the Acropolis tried to stay cool with umbrellas, hats, and plenty of water. Authorities have advised the public to stay indoors when possible, with outdoor work in some areas paused from noon to 5 p.m. Remote work is also being encouraged. Experts say climate change is fueling longer and more intense heat waves. While 38 degrees has become a regular summer high, this latest hot spell is hitting harder. There's some relief ahead, though. Temperatures are forecast to drop by Thursday. Until then, stay safe and stay cool. Firefighters and Syrian civil defense teams are battling massive wildfires that have scorched parts of the Latakia countryside in northwest Syria. According to Syria's Minister of Emergency and Disaster Management, Raed al-Saleh, the fires have burned 10,000 hectares of forest across 28 locations. Over 80 civil defense teams have been working since last week to contain the flames. Syrian state news agency Sana reported on Monday, July 7, that firefighting efforts continued for a 5th straight day, with Turkish and Jordanian teams joining the response. The mayor of Kastal al-Ma'af, Amar Koli, said hundreds of civilians were evacuated as the wildfires, quote, burnt everything in their path. No civilian injuries have been reported. And that's for Weather HQ for today. And back to you.
Thank you, Pao. Now, is today going to be your lucky day or not? Let's go find out from resident energizer and feng shui master Hans Kua in our horoscope of the day. Take it away, Master Hans.
Good morning! It's a beautiful day with me, Master Hans Kua. At ito po ang horoscope for Tuesday, July 8. Para sa mga pinanganak ng Year of the Rat, gamitin ang tag-ulan para magbenta ng online na rain-friendly na produkto. Yellow at 7. Kay Year of the Ox naman tayo, mapagkakatiwalaan ka ngayon sa mahirap na task. Red at 5. Sa mga Year of Tiger naman, napalakasin ang resistensya ngayong tag-ulan. Green at 1. Sa Rabbit naman, may kasamang kinakailangan ng guidance mo. Tulungan mo siya. White at 3. Kay Year of the Dragon naman, maulan man ang paligid, umaapaw naman ng lambing nyo. Enjoy the slow moment. Naks, pumapag-ibig. Silver at 6. Sa mga Year of the Snake naman tayo, magandang i-advertise ang services mo sa social media. Maraming makakaalam yan. Blue at 4. Ito naman, King of the Horsey, may chance na mapunta sa'yo ang leadership role. Purple at 2. Kay Year of the Sheep naman, may business opportunity ngayong rainy season. Subukan ang food tray or lutong bahay meals. Gray at 9. Sa mga Year of the Monkey, isang bagong idea ang matutuwa si Boss. Gold at 5. Kay Year of the Rooster naman tayo, panatilihin tuyo ang buhok at katawan para iwas sipon. Pink at 8. Sa mga Year of the Dog naman tayo, may taong lalapit sa iyo para humingi ng guidance. Green at 6. At kay Year of the Pig tayo, ang ulan ay may dalang lambing. Sa kanya mo mararamdaman ang tunay na home. Blue at 7. Paalala lang, ito may patnubay lamang. Ang tunay na swerte ay nagsisimula sa pagiging totoo. Abangan araw-araw ang horoscope of the day Dito lang po sa It's a Beautiful Day with me, Master Hans Kua.
Thank you so much, Master Hans Kua. Hihigiting ko to. One more time with feelings.
Ayan.
Now, a theory is leaving girls on TikTok clutching for them pearls. Now, listen to this. Pearl earring theory suggests wearing this specific type of jewelry might be keeping the boys away from you. Is there any truth to this? Find out on Love Hacks after the break. It's a beautiful day. We'll be right back. And welcome back. You're still watching It's a Beautiful Day. Wearing pearls is seen as classy, but does that also signal you're unavailable and untouchable? Dating Coach V dissects the pearl earring theory that's hounding girls on TikTok in today's Love Hacks. Take it away, Coach V.
Love hacks, we got you. No need to be sad. Love hacks, we got you.
Hey, what if it's not your ex, your past, or your trust issues that is keeping you single, but your jewelry? Yup, and today we'll find out. Good morning, loves. It's a beautiful day. Coach V here, your go-to love solution provider, bringing you a brand new way to level up your love life. Welcome to Love Hacks. Today, we are cracking open a theory that's causing chaos on TikTok recently, and it's called the pearl earring theory. Apparently, your earrings might be the reason why you're still single. Yes, sister, yung jewelry mo. Not your jokes, not your trauma, not even your karma. Your pearls. So, let's dig in before we all start selling our pearl studs on Carousel. Anne?
I keep seeing this pearl earring theory. Do men find women who wear pearl earrings more attractive, or do they see them as intimidating or off-putting? Would you date a girl who's into wearing pearls as part of her style? LOL. Just want to see different perspectives. Meanwhile, TikTok is filled with girls like Morgan McGuire saying, "No wonder I'm single. I'm decked out in pearls, ears, neck, wrists, even my nails." Nails. Over 200,000 viewers watched her realization in real time.
Thank you, Anne. Okay, ladies, let's break this down. Culturally muna in the Philippines, pearl are seen as luha ng buwan or tears of the moon. Old school pamahiin yan or superstition. It says that wearing pearls at weddings brings sorrow in marriage. Totoo kaya yan? But is that really relevant in the modern dating? Only if your crush is your lola. But now for the science. Pearls give off elegant but unavailable energy pala. A study from the Journal of Research in Personality 2018 found that people associate pearl earrings with high consciousness and low openness, aka someone who's put together but maybe not fun. So in Attraction of Psychology, Dr. Madeline Fugire, a relationship scientist, says, accessories influence first impression. Items that suggest formality or high maintenance can subconsciously signal emotional distance. Yun pala. So translation, you're serving wife of a governor vibe, but they're looking for a girl next door. O ayan, high maintenance pala ang vibe when you're wearing pearl earrings. So, here's your pearl earring theory survival guide. But before we go to that, loves, have you heard of this when you were younger? Because I did.
I've
But how
never
about
heard
you?
of this.
I have never
I
heard of
always
that
wear
too,
pearls. Baka kaya pala I'm so single pa. Grabe! Single meaning I'm still not married.
I was
I'm
gonna
joking.
say, civil status.
But it really
no.
gives off that look, no? It has a serious look to it when
It
you're
has a
wearing
serious
pearls.
When you said that, yeah, I thought about it and I said, yeah, actually,
Yeah.
everybody I see wearing pearls, they look kind of more like scary, right? Like high authority.
Oh, diba?
And I said,
Yes, yes.
actually, that's true.
And that's the very opposite vibe that you want to get when you're dating. You want to be fun, playful, and open. Not like, di ba, very strict vibe, authority.
So what about diamonds?
Oh, diamonds.
Ano
Sabi nga nila,
yun?
diamonds are girl best friends.
Girl's best friend,
Yeah.
yeah.
But let's talk to Pao. Did you get that vibe from women who wear pearls?
I don't think I would realize. I haven't realized it personally. Baka subconsciously, siguro I might have if I've gone out with someone who would wear pearls. Pero I personally did not put too much stock in it. But then again, if it works for subconscious of other people, maybe they find them less approachable.
Have you
because
dated
of,
someone who was ma-pearls?
But I'm actually I'm actually thinking about it. I don't remember. I legitimately don't remember who would really prefer pearls. Pero,
Okay.
But now that I think about it talaga, I understand where they're coming from, that it
Right.
does look high maintenance. It
Diba?
does look
Yeah.
expensive, pero I don't know if that has stopped.
Baka the mommy
Ano?
of the the mommies of the
But I
girls.
feel like if you wear it like in parang moderation, like if you're just
Yeah.
wearing like pearl studs, which I do a lot, like just for everyday,
Yeah.
I feel like that's okay. But if it's like the whole get up, then that's probably too
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Correct. And sabi nga nila, diba, in dating, they value youth and playfulness. Eh, when you're wearing pearl, medyo ano siya, no? Medyo may
Nakakatanda.
mommy vibe. Nakakatanda, sabi niya. But for those who loves pearl, eto yung survival guide niyo, my love. Number 1, less debutante vibe and more dateable. So trade the classic pearls for gold hoops, minimalist studs, or asymmetrical earrings that scream, playful, not first lady of finance. And these are for the people who are dating. Number 2, combine pearl with softness, not just polish. If you wear pearls, pair them with siguro a messy bun, denim jacket, or something that says, yes, I'm elegant, but I can still eat quick. So number 3, you check the overall vibe, not just the accessory. It's not the pearls alone kasi, it's how you carry them. Baka kasi you're wearing pearls, tapos you're giving off the gentle mystery or museum exhibit, no touch please. So, ayan. Hindi nga naman emotionally available ang vibe nun. Number 4, pearls don't repel men, but they don't invite them either. So especially if you're on apps where you look only or you only have 3 seconds to look emotionally available. Pearl mo pa lang, di ba? Baka it gives off mommy vibe than girlfriend vibe. So, my loves, what's the solution? Before we go to there, what would you advise people who loves pearls? Because there are a lot of ladies who loves pearls because it looks so elegant eh.
Yeah, you mentioned it a while ago, yung parang museum exhibit na don't
Touch
touch.
me.
Oo, pero,
My favorite is the you can still wear pearls but eat quack.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wear my pearls and go to UP Diliman and then buy
Kind of
from
quack,
yes,
no?
buy.
Pwede ka rin yung may tusok-tusok na fishball. Pwede rin.
Tusok-tusok,
Oo.
yes.
Kasi you look expensive, but it also shows that you are approachable and flexible.
Oh, kasi sabi,
Okay.
like, there's some museums naman kasi na interactive. Diba?
Be the interactive
yung mga mind
museum.
museum. Be an
Yeah.
interactive museum. Not the one na hindi mo pwedeng i-touch yung exhibit.
No, but I agree with you, Coach V. Like mixing the pearls with either like a
Something playful.
rough,
Yeah.
edgy look,
Yeah.
or just wear it like minimalistic. Then I think that's okay. Just not like pearl earrings, pearl bracelet, everything.
It can't
It's a
be the
lot.
whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pick one. So
Correct.
minimalistic pearls.
Feeling ko, what should happen is one big athlete should wear pearl earrings while doing
Look,
a game.
male athletes have been
Wala
wearing
lang.
pearl necklaces.
I know, pero
Well,
wala
yeah, let's
lang,
go back
para
to that.
lang.
I'm so curious.
Diba? Like when Lisa of Blackpink started putting that Labubu doll on her stuff, diba? So pag may nakita tayong isang iconic figure wearing that during a sports game or something,
Oh, so you're trying
then
to
that
change
would
the
change.
stigma.
Yeah, that would change.
Ah, ikaw na
how
lang
pearl
mag-pearls.
Pero-
Ikaw yung
would
isang
look.
iconic figure natin.
Yeah, but then how about, kasi it might be different also in the Philippines kasi may South Sea pearls tayo eh.
Yeah,
We have the best pearls.
I mean,
We
South
should
Sea-
promote actually.
Absolutely.
pearls, yeah.
So, we are actually here not to throw our pearl away, pero siguro we'll use use it at the right time. So what's the solution, my loves? Don't throw it away, especially right now. Diba? We're in the Philippines and we should promote it. But know what they're silently saying before you even speak. So ito na ang ating feminine signal styling formula based on science of attraction and first impression. So let your accessories say, I'm feminine and fun. Number 1, pearls carry power kasi. So balance them with approachability on your first date or your dating app photos. According to style psychology, accessories like pearls signal status, tradition, and restraint. It's great for job interviews or if you're going for your work, diba? But if you're for romance, diba? Especially on a first meeting where people scan for warmth over achievement. Number 2, choose accessories that whisper, not declare. Oversized pearls kasi tapos dadagdagan mo pa ng bold blazers or stiff silhouettes can signal rigidity. That's not what we value on dating, especially at the beginning. Instead, go for details that invite curiosity. Dainty rings, signature scent, or a family heirloom with a story. And to all our over-functioning girlies out there, this is for you. Wear pearls with presence, not perfection or performance. People don't fall in love with impressive. They connect with someone who feels both secure and emotionally available. And that's real feminine power. So when in doubt, my loves, ask yourself lang, does my presence, does my look say I'm here to impress? Or does it say I'm here to connect? Because only one of those opens the door to real love. Style is a silent speaker. Pearls won't curse your love life, but if you wear them like armor, don't be surprised if no one dares to approach you. Elegance is beautiful, my love, but openness, that's what makes people stay. That's it for today, loves. This is Coach V giving you real talk about real love. DM us your dating dilemmas at Dating Coach V on Instagram. And let's not just talk about love problems. Let's solve it. I'll see you again tomorrow here on It's a Beautiful Day. Love you.
I like that. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
You know, now when I think about it, like I think the women in my life, my mom, my sister, even my lola's a different story. Yan yung talagang like fountain pearls. But like what Coach V said, only if your lola's your crush. But or yan yung type mo. No, but then so my mom, my sister, MJ, they bought pearls recently now, I remember. And they turned it into like a choker, into like a single stud earring. Nothing too big. And I think that's what you girls are referring to also a while ago.
No, but I love big pearls too, though. I think it's just how you wear it and how you style
when
it.
you wear it.
It's like my family, my mom, my granny, we all love pearls. So we're still team pearls, but it's how you style and
I guess
how you
when
wear
it looks too formal on you, then that tells the guys that I'm high maintenance.
Yes, no touch.
No touch.
But we should start wearing pearls, no, in situations where girls don't normally wear pearls. Just to break that stigma.
All right. So of course we gotta wrap things up, but then of course I'm curious about men who wear pearl necklaces now, diba? That's a trend. That's a trend.
I've
But anyway,
never seen one before, but
no,
interesting.
you have no idea, Coach. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. This is it for today, July 8th on a Tuesday. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Thank you so much for joining us today.
I'm Anne Asis-Carilo. Make today unforgettable by choosing joy and spreading love and kindness wherever you go.
And I'm Monique Tuzon. Stay safe and have a great Tuesday ahead. Join us again tomorrow at 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. only here on
It's a Beautiful Day.